Gwyneth Paltrow, yes, the Gwyneth Paltrow was in civil court today for an alleged hit and run, but it's not your typical freeway fender bender. There were no cars involved because this was an alleged skiing hit and run way back in 2016 when she was skiing in Deer Valley, Utah. That's when she either crashed into a man on one of the beginner slopes or the man crashed into her, depending on who you believe. And that man is accusing Gwyneth of fleeing the scene, saying in a news conference back in 2019, he's never skied the same since. Take a listen.
This is kind of a unique situation, and especially when it was unkind, I think, to leave me there.
But Paltrow says that's not what happened at all. She is countersuing, saying the guy hit her and that she and her instructor did stay after the crash to make sure that no one was hurt. Joining us now to make sense of all this is Neama Rahmani, president of and co-founder of the West Coast Trial Lawyers. Neama, let's just start with this claim. If I understand correctly, it was like $3 million, $3.1 million, and now it's down to $300,000. What's going on there?
Yeah, Sanderson's lawyers really tried to allege recklessness, the hit and run. That's where those punitive damages would have come in. But Paltrow's lawyers have done a good job chipping away, and the judge ruled that there was no recklessness. There's no evidence of a hit and run. So all those punitive damages, those exemplary damages you can get more, have all been reduced. So now Sanderson is just looking to get compensatory damages, past and future medical expenses, and his pain and suffering.
And what are we going to see in court? I mean, who are we going to see testify? Is Gwyneth going to testify? Are we going to see the ski instructor there, her family members?
Yeah, I think we're likely going to see Paltrow testify. This isn't a criminal case. She certainly doesn't have a right not to testify. She's going to be called by the plaintiff, Sanderson, in this case. So we've seen how the case is starting to unfold on the first day. Sanderson is called someone that is a friend, not a close friend, but really an independent witness, someone who said, I was there, I saw the accident, and in fact, the ski instructor wasn't even there. He showed up minutes later. He's the one, Eric, of course, who famously said that Paltrow was not at fault and Sanderson was.
Now, when you go skiing, you sign this waiver, right? And it says that, if something happens, they're not liable. What are the rules on the slopes? If you hit somebody, are you liable for hitting them?
You are potentially liable. So when you go, you get on that ski lift, you have that little sticker, you waive your right to sue the resort, Deer Valley. So they're going to be immune from liability, but other skiers, of course, you're not going to sign that liability waiver with respect to them. And just like any other type of case, there's rules of the road. And the rules when you're skiing are that the downhill skier has the right of way. That's why you see both Paltrow and Sanderson arguing, hey, we were down, we were lower, therefore you had a duty to yield to me.
Wow, so they're not only saying that, no, you hit me, no, you hit me. They're saying that, no, I was lower than you on the slope when the collision happened?
That's exactly what the dispute in this case is. Paltrow saying that she was lower, Sanderson saying that she was lower. That's why whether it's Paltrow, her family members, the ski instructor, these independent witnesses, we're going to hear two very different accounts of what happened in this case.
And we've got a suit and we've got a countersuit. The countersuit is for $1 plus legal fees, right?
Exactly. Paltrow says that she's okay. She even said that Sanderson was okay, and a lot of these damages, the brain injury, that's all exaggerated. That's her theory of the case. But she's saying, I got up, I was fine. In fact, Sanderson, you apologized to me, but just to prove a point, I'm going to ask for $1 in damages plus my attorney fees because you dragged me through 7 years of frivolous litigation.
$1 for all of that. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.